Jai Shri Radhe. Welcome back to the ecstatic absorption in Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali all together. So by the sweet will of our Gurudev, we can go deep into this topic. And we start with a special guest today again. And this special guest, oh, it's on the other side? No, it's like this. Huh? Here is she, Suniti.
He is my special guest, but he always is changing all the words. You cannot believe him.
Because this verse today is especially her quality in her life. She is living like it is described here.
Oh my God.
She is the true follower of Guru Tattva.
Thank you for your blessings, Gauravani.
We are all living on the mercy of Guru, and this is today the topic. And I think it's also good because we are very near to a special day of our Gurudev. So we can dive into this topic with the help of Srila Raghunathas Goswami. Brabhua api yadunandano ya esha Priya yadunandana unatta prabhava Swayam atula krip amrita bhishekam mama kritavangs tam ahang gurum prapatye. I take shelter of my teacher Yadunandan Acharya, who is so powerful because he is so dear to Yadunandan Sri Krishna, and who personally showered me with the nectar of his matchless mercy. So mercy is always matchless. We are all living on this matchless mercy. So like, I'm completely useless. To share with you is just the mercy of my Gurudev. He wants it, so it happens, and by your mercy we will share on this topic. Everything is just mercy. It's kripa. If we think that we can something, we can do something, we are able to do something, it's gone. Everything is based on the mercy. And Guru Tattva is Nitai himself. So if we always take shelter by Nitai's lotus feet, we will be always in this kripa. And this is what we do now by listening these wonderful words of Srila Raghunathas Goswami. The first 3 verses was all in one lila. You all know the first 3 verses we read already. So now Srila Raghunathas Goswami is coming again in his sadhak deha, in his sadhak consciousness. And in this consciousness he is praising his Guru Yadunandan Acharya, who actually showed him the way to come out of his household affairs. So, notes. Now Srila Raghunath's absorption in his spiritual identity as Radhamandari ends temporarily. And in his external absorption, he praises his initiating guru Yadunandanacharya. But even this so-called external absorption of his is spiritual, because he is a direct associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How humbly and eagerly Raghunath praises his Guru here. How sweet is his remembrance of his Guru's mercy upon him. Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. Attachment to Sri Guru's lotus feet is the supreme goal, and by his grace all desires are fulfilled. Narottam Das Thakur. Suniti, how we can understand this? All our desires are fulfilled? So if I want to have a Mercedes car, I will get it?
Yes, also it happens that we see it, we come to the movement and we have some desires that are not on the high spiritual platform. As Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita, there are different people who surrender to him. But when we have taken full shelter and we have the mercy, like Gurudev always says, of assignment to Krishna, we have signed the contract, now come what may, I will stay in that mood of full surrender. Then we come under the shelter of the pleasure-giving potency of Srimati Radhika. And then, even then, so many desires are still there that need to be purified. But Gurudev says that on the way, all these desires, they will be purified. And we learn how to overcome desires that are not so important. But then, like Prabhupada always tells us, we can dovetail the desires. I want a beautiful house. I like to renovate houses. So make a Vrindavan garden house. We are just now in this situation. So I'm speaking on realizations. And sometimes I really think, my God, did I really desire this palace? And Gurudev says, oh, this is my palace. So like this, Sri Guru is helping us to overcome attachment to any kind of result that may come also on the path of our bhakti. So actually, yes, it is true. I have experienced all desires will be fulfilled, but in such a way that we are always protected by our Sri Guru, who is our navigator. And if we are coming off the path, he will tell us, no, you have to go back. Turn to the right and come back on the main road. Like this, all desires will be purified. They can be also, surprisingly happening. And I asked Gurudev once, I said, wow, such a big house is too big. And it has a big garden. And he says, yes, garden. You like garden, don't you? So I will give you such a big garden that you can realize that it's too much to spend all the time in your gardening. More become a gardener of your heart. Like this it happens. We have to sometimes go through some life circumstances that are completely crazy from a material point of view. But Shri Guru is helping to guide that attachment on deeper levels and to put that attachment in the service of the Vaishnavas, in the service of, Shri Guru. Like this is our desire. Although there are many other desires, but Shri Guru will always put them in the right, shape, in the right form, so it can be used in service. Although I may have some, desires that I didn't even know that they are now coming to me in a way that, I realize, my God, where are my desires?
So thank you very much for this input. Maybe someone else wants to share a little bit of their own experience on this point of how the mercy of Gurudev is actually fulfilling the wishes, or maybe some other experience. So, not yet, okay. So, Gaura Prema Pagal. Who is Gaura Prema Pagal? Raghunath. Gaura Prema Pagal Raghunath. He is crazy because of his Gaura Prema. So Gaura is giving him so much prema that he gets Pagal, crazy. This is Raghunath.
Jayu.
And he wants to give us from that Gaura Prema also something and make us also Pagal. So we may kindly accept, yes, please. Please, Raghunath Goswami, let me accept your mercy in the heart. Through the Guru Parampara, I will accept in the heart. And then we can get these drops. Otherwise, it's not possible to have any experience, because only a person who has gold can give you gold. If a person has no gold, how he can give you gold? So a person has to have gold and has to be willing to give you something of that. And this is Guru. He has the real gold. The prema.
Sorry, Gauravani, sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you put louder the voice, please?
Wait a minute, yes, maybe.
I will bite into the microphone.
Thank you.
It's better so?
That's what.
Yes, thank you.
So the Pagal, we want to be also Pagal. And the one who can make us Pagal are the ones who are Pagal. Actually, it's not good to say that my Guru is a crazy person, but actually it is like that. He is a Pagal. He is a Prema Pagal. Crazy in love because of the mercy of Radharani and the mercy of Gauranga. So we want to be one day also completely crazy in love with Radharani. Like she is crazy in love with her beloved. But not in the same mood, in another mood. but like she is serving him, we want to serve her. So Raghunadas was mad with love for Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and although he repeatedly tried to escape from his father's captivity to join Mahaprabhu in Nilachal, Puri, his father caught him every time again. Day and night there were 5 guards for servants and 4 servants and 2 brahmanas. So 5 guards, 4 servants and 2 brahmanas, in keeping Raghunath at home. They were busy that he will not run away. On the one hand, there was Mahaprabhu's powerful mercy attracting him, and on the other hand, there was the bondage of his household life, which was like a miserable jail. It's very interesting here because it's written it was like a miserable jail. How was this miserable jail looking in his situation? He was richer than Indra. He had a wife who was so beautiful, like from heaven. So would a normal person say, this is a miserable jail? No, only in the prema consciousness, only in love. If you are so much in love that you want to meet someone, but this situation is a hindrance, then it is miserable. It becomes so much miserable, although it looks so nice outside. But it's completely miserable because you cannot meet the person you really want to serve out of love. And this is actually the miserable thing. So words cannot describe Raghunath's great anguish. One day, Sri Yadunandanacharya came to Sri Raghunath and set him free on the pretext of giving him some household duty. Now it will be described. The Acharya had a Brahmana disciple who was serving the family deity. But the Brahmana had abandoned this service. The Acharya took Raghunadas along to search for the Brahmana, speaking about the need to engage him in the deity's service all along the way. When they were halfway, Raghunath said to his guru's lotus feet, I will get the Brahmana back and send him to you. You just blissfully go home. In this way, he assured himself of his guru's permission. At the end of the night, everyone was sleeping, and Raghunath saw this as a good opportunity to go to Nilachal and surrender completely to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. His Gurudev had personally come to free him from the hard knot of material life, and in this way he had sprinkled him with the matchless nectar of his mercy. So one may ask now, how could Raghunath be successful in devotional life by disobeying the order of his guru, failing to show up with the renegade Brahmana? The answer is, Raghunath understood that his guru's supreme order to renounce materialistic life and to surrender to Mahaprabhu was far more important than the insignificant order to get the Brahmana priest back. So I think this is a wonderful example that it is very needful to understand the mood of your guru. Because it was, in this case, it was not very clear spoken about. He didn't say to his guru, you know, I will now run away and go to Mahaprabhu and take mercy of Mahaprabhu, and I just on the pretext I tell you now that I will get back this Brahmana. But between the lines, between the guru and the disciple, it was very clear. It's a pretext. It's not the highest order which his Gurudev is speaking now to him. It's a pretext. Yes, this is the chance. Now you should surrender to Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, which means you take shelter by Brahma herself. And of course this is the highest. Whatever order there was before is not higher than that. How it could be? How could Gurudev be unsatisfied with you when you take shelter by Brahma herself?
Not possible.
You hear Suniti say?
Not possible.
This is the goal of our life, to take shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because we know this person is Radharani herself. Of course, she is more, but for us, this is the most important aspect, to take shelter. So now, the Acharya, just a moment, where we were here. Prince Raghunath was Yadunanda Acharya's beloved disciple, and he became free from the insurmountable bondage of material life and devoted himself to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya, giving the whole world the perfect example of renunciation and devotion. This is another wonderful point. Giving the whole world the perfect example of renunciation. What is renunciation? I remember that in ISKCON I heard to take sannyas means you get entrance in the Radha mantra. It means that you serve love and no one else anymore. All your senses, everything you have is just serving the love, or some may understand serving Krishna. That's not our business. But serving love is the highest renunciation. Everything I have, everything I am, I want to surrender in the service of Brahma. That's it. There's no higher renunciation like that. We may say renouncing means we are giving up our car, our house, our whatever. But actually this is not the highest renouncement. The highest renouncement means whatever I have and whatever the love wants from me, I will do. And whatever I have, I put in the service of that. This is the real renunciation. Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Brahma, to Mahabhav. Everything I put into the seva of Mahabhav, this is the highest renunciation. Because what's the point? You're sitting there, you have nothing, no possibility to serve. Is this really the highest goal? I have nothing, I give up everything. But what's the use? Better you have everything and put everything in the seva of love. This is the renunciation. It's not mine. The understanding that something is mine is not renounced. Renounced means my body doesn't belong to me. Nothing I have, nothing I am belongs to me. Everything is kripa, everything is mercy, and everything belongs to prema or to Mahabhav. And everything I will put into that seva. Whatever it means. This is the real renunciation. Like our Gurudev, you may say he has a lot of things, isn't it? I mean, he is the son of a king. There is Mungir Mandir, and all. So much things. You may think, he owns a lot.
So many servants.
So many servants. But actually it's very clear that Gurudev doesn't understand it in that way. That's mine. No, it's Radha's. Everything belongs to Radha. So this is the example given by our Gurudev. Even a kingdom you can put in the service of Mahabhav. You don't need to falsely renounce, because this is not renouncement by the pure meaning. How happy the spiritual master must have been. Yes, how happy a spiritual master must be if he sees that actually the right understanding is there from his disciple, and he is giving everything he is and everything he has in the seva. No self-interest. And when the Guru can see that there's no self-interest, then he's very, very happy. So how happy his Guru must be. Any devotee to whom his devotion is his very life will easily understand which order should have been followed at such an opportune moment. Can easily understand? Bring back the Brahmana to serve the deity, or surrender to prema in person? What you have chosen. I think it's very clear. Everyone who has a little brain and is in a clear mind immediately says, of course, I would have done the same. So thus Raghunath served his Guru properly, and through it became a great and famous devotee of the Lord. Therefore he writes, Swayam atula grip amrbhishekam kritavan. He personally showered me with the nectar of his incomparable grace. As a result of his Guru's mercy, Raghunath came to be counted as one of the Lord Chaitanya's most famous associates. Rupa Raghunath Pade. Such persons we want to follow. And Raghunath was living the example, which actually his Guru Rupa also did, but he didn't make it so clear practically like he. Raghunath gave us the understanding in a very practical way. When the Bengali devotee returned from their annual pilgrim to Puri for the 4 months of the rainy season, Raghunath's father asked Shivananda Sena about news from his son, and Shivananda Sena told him, "Yes, he is with the Lord, and he is most famous. Who does not know him? The Lord placed him in Swarup Damodar's care, and he is the very life of the devotees there. He is chanting the holy name day and night, and he does not leave the feet of the Lord for even a moment. He is most renounced. He hardly dresses or eats. Somehow or other, he keeps himself alive." When we read this, actually what we are remembered, he is with the Lord all the time. He never leaves him, maybe like a shadow. Who is Swarup Damodar?
Lalita.
What does Lalita do?
She gives service.
To?
The Kikeris.
So, what we can understand from this description?
He is in his Swarup.
He is already in his Swarup. Wow! What a mercy! Whoever surrenders to Mahaprabhu immediately, because Mahaprabhu will not give anything else, even though you may not like it because you were before in another bhav, he will give you that bhav. That's the mercy. But of course, Srila Raghunath does like that bhav. So we can see he was immediately in that kinkari mood and under the care of Swarup Damodar. So these are very clear signs actually that he really got the full mercy through the Guru principle. The Guru principle, Guru Tattva, is explained by the use of the word Priya Yadunandan Unat Brabhava. He became very powerful because he is so dear to Lord Yadunandan, which means Krishna. The Guru is a wonderful combination of Godhead and devotee, the appearance of God in the form of a pure devotee. Yadyapi amara guru chaitanya das tatapi janiye tanreta hari prakash. Although my Guru is a servant of Lord Chaitanya, I still know that he is a direct manifestation of him.
That's also an interesting point, no, Gauravani? That is very interesting, how we can... Baba, Nandandas Babaji is here helping us to go very deep in our perception, in our meditation of Sri Guru. Yes, we know he is also servant, but also for us, he is the manifestation of the mercy of Chaitanya, of Sri Radha Mohan. So especially this meditation is helpful when we come closer to wanting to glorify Shri Guru. Because sometimes we think, oh, how to glorify Shri Guru? oh, you're so wonderful, you're so great, you were such a nice devotee. Oh no, you were a manifestation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, of Nityananda's mercy. You are non-different. You are especially my mercy and shelter-giving person. I want to meditate like this on you today. I want to go deeply in this meditation. Then I can more appreciate who you are. Yes, you are wonderful. We all know that. Gurudev, you are so great. You are giving so much love. You're always so generous. You're always so loving. And sometimes you also give a little clap, a little, clap, a little ego training, ego cutting, ego training. We know that. Thank you for this, and especially for us to meditate on Shri Guru as manifestation of mercy of Shri Radhika, who comes in this Kali Yuga together with Mohan in such a powerful way to give us everything we need to be able to, jump over many lifetimes of how do you say, trying to somehow be a devotee or be a spiritual person, or to realize who I am and to realize that I am not this body. All of this is coming as a person into my life, into our lives. So this is a very good meditation before the Yasa Puja, we call it, the Guru Deva's appearance day. How this mercy has come in my life, to reflect on it, to deeply go into that feelings of gratitude, and to also express it. Yes, Gurudev is very easy going. He always says, yeah, happy birthday, eat the cake. But also, it is nice for a disciple to be able to express love. See, just see how our Raghunath Das Goswami, our Tulsi Manjari, is expressing his love to his guru Yadunandan. It is a special expression of gratitude. So that also Shri Guru likes that. Especially when we have been, once I asked Gurudev, why is always the same people speaking in the Zooms? And he says, yeah, the others are listeners, they are used to listen. But now comes a special day. We can express our love, and we can also become more expressive in our love. Okay, we are not in Vrindavan maybe. Then I cannot make a cake or make something nice to eat, because Gurudev always loves to accept prasad. But I can write a beautiful letter. I can, participate in the glorification of Gurudev and learn and how to express myself. Even my hands may be shaking, my mind may be twirling, but this is a very good training, because when we come to the spiritual abode, we need also some words and some feelings, or at least some feelings that can express in the mind. Because I have heard many things in that realm are also going by telepathy. But here in this world, we are speaking, we are singing, we are exchanging prasad. So that's a good meditation, how to express our feelings to Gurudev, and meditate deeply how Baba is helping us to understand that he is manifestation of Mahaprabhu's mercy, no?
So I was just thinking in a very simple way. How is it that Gurudev can be a manifestation directly from the Lord Chaitanya? it's very easy to see because the super soul is in everyone, right? So the more you identify with something like human being, I'm a king, I'm a butcher, I'm whatever, so the more you identify like this, the less the pureness of the Lord in the heart can come through you. But the more clear, sober you are, the more the Lord manifests through you. So if you are completely pure, that means selfless, then the Lord can easily 100% work through you. Complete, because He's always there in every one of us. So it's easy to understand that the less ego you have from yourself as a human being, the more clear the manifestation of Prema can work through you, talk to you, and so on. So it's very easy to understand that it's a combination of a devotee, a pure devotee, and the purer the devotee is, the more clear the power of Prema is coming through that person. Very easy to understand, actually. But this is just tattva. So we can see in so many examples that we behave miserable because we are used to do like this. It's just the material world, it's Kali Yuga. Usually we behave miserable. But Gurudev is just overlooking that and is giving us exactly the medicine we need for this moment. Some words, some prasad, whatever He is giving us. Whatever we need, like a loving mother taking care of a child. And even though the child may cry and say, I don't love you, Mom, go away, I don't like you. But even though the child is like this, the mother thinks, oh, it's my dear child. Let's give the child what it needs to grow. So this is the loving affection the Gurudev has also for his disciples. So we can be assured that whatever problems we have, in the end everything comes out very good for us. And this actually is a feeling which we can develop through our experience in the loving exchange of Gurudev. And then we may understand more and more how lovingly the exchange is in the spiritual sky. And when we wish to have this, then we will grow towards that. Because whatever we meditate on, we will actually go in this direction. So love is the beginning through Gurudev, through Guru Tattva, and love is the goal. It's the beginning and the end. In this way, it is very clear that we get shown the way by Gurudev, but Gurudev is not the goal, but the prema which is coming through Gurudev. This is the goal, to serve that prema, to serve Mahabhav. Shakshatarit vena samashta shastre uktastata bhavyata eva sadbi kindu prabhuya priya eva tasya vande guru shri charanaravindam. I praise the lotus feet of my Guru, who according to all the scriptures and the great saints is Lord Hari himself, but who is still dear to the Lord, being his pure devotee. This is from Gauravashtakam, from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, which we used to sing many, many times in our temple seva, in our sadhana.
Mangal Arti.
Sadhana practice, Mangal Arti. So often we sang that, but did we understood anything? I am not. By the mercy of Gurudev, little by little, I can feel a bit more. And however it will take, I don't care, because I know I'm in good hands, and by the time it will grow in the heart, the feeling will get more clear about all this truth. So we serve the Gurudev because we serve the love which is coming through Gurudev. So in the end we serve in this position like little children who don't know what to do and how to do. And our Gurudev is accepting and giving this to Mahabhav in person. And one day, by doing like this, we may be able to serve Mahabhav personally. When our Gurudev, like in this example of Srila Raghunath Goswami, will tell us, now surrender fully to love in person. Fully. And then we will come under the guidance, like here, placed him in Swarup Damodar's care. And Lalita will actually show us what to do, how to do. When our Radharani actually can come out from Man, when is the right time? And we will be in the seva. So it's a very, very nice description, a very clear description how actually Guru Tattva is working. How the mercy comes to us, in which way. And actually it's just that we open our heart and accept that mercy. It is not a question that it wasn't there before. It was always there. It is always there. It will be always there. The question is how much we can accept right now. And it doesn't matter. You may accept maybe 1% of 108, but then it will be by the time 2%, 8%, and so on. And one day you will accept 108% by the mercy of Guru, which is Brahma himself, isn't it? Isn't it said like this? Guru is Brahma himself. We know this mantra. Usually we chant this in the morning.
Prema Rupaya.
Yes.
And Radhika or Radha Priyaya.
So now, because of the mercy of Srila Raghunath Goswami, we can get a bit more clearness in this point. And it's very interesting that this is directly after the 3 verses who actually show how it will end. First we see how we will end up.
How it will start and how it will end.
Like Rupa and Raghunath are looking when Radharani and Mohan are making love. And Rupa is saying, oh, where's my Raghunath? He has to see that. It also shows actually the grace of the Guru in another form when we will be in our Siddhadeha and have the relationship with Guru Manjari. So there we will end up. And then again we come back how actually it starts, how we can come there. First, you get a sweet and you like it. Oh yes, give me more. How I can make it? Very good that you are attached now. Now I will tell you how to make this sweet. Isn't it? If you eat a rasagula, then you will ask the person,
Recipe.
yes.
Give me the recipe.
Give me the recipe immediately. It's so good, my God. I like it so much. Please, show me how to make it. So it's the same here. 3 verses is the sweet, and now we get the recipe from our situation where we are in the sadhak. And it's actually very easy, because it's like, it's very easy because actually it's like your grandma knows the recipe, she loves you very much, and she will show you. In this way, our Gurudev is the grandma here. Guru Manjari knows the recipe, Gurudev knows the recipe, and he will show us. Oh, very easy, isn't it? That advice?
Yes, that's the best. There's no doubt.
So easy, huh?
It's very easy.
Not complicated.
No.
It's not said, you should read, first of all, 10,000 books, and there it's described, No, very easy, very practical. There's a person who knows everything. Just take shelter. She will show you. No problem, for sure.
And the best recipes are the ones that were given by the generations before, and then they taste just the same way.
Yes, isn't it? Like the pudding, what is called pudding in English? Pudding. The pudding from grandma is the best. There's nothing else better, isn't it? It's the recipe from the grandma and the ma of the grandma and the ma of the ma of the grandma and so on. It's actually by love handed down recipe, isn't it? So this is the Guru Parampara, by love handed down recipe. Very easy and very personal actually. You can never find in any book such recipes. It's not possible. On the platform of Gyan you can never ever make that sweets. So we see it's Kripa, and Kripa means actually it's Prema. And this Prema is coming from Mahabhav herself, handed down. So I guess she loves us. What do you think?
You can taste the love.
By eating prasad we can taste that love, isn't it? It's pure ras. This is pure ras on the tongue. When the aspirant devotee sees the pure devotional behavior of the Guru, getting a profound inner faith in him, he understands that he is the Lord's dear devotee and serves him with garlands and foodstuffs that are left over by the Lord. Considering him to be non-different from God does not mean that one should offer things to him directly that are not first offered to the Lord. Nor should one consider the Guru to be just another devotee, but one should see him as the mercy incarnation of the Lord, and in that respect non-different from the Lord. In our case, you can just take the word Lord and put in Radharani.
Goddess.
So Srila Jiva Goswami writes in Bhakta Sandarbha 237, the mercy of the topmost devotee is the root cause of destruction of those bad habits that the practitioner could hardly give up through many of his own endeavors.
Yes, that is also mentioned by Narottam Das Thakur in Prema Bhakti Chandrika when he speaks about the Guru Tattva. That is so amazing. And I remember sometimes Gurudev is also recalling with a lot of happiness and with a lot of pride how he has disciples from different background. They had problems with drugs or with relationships or with the money, and somehow they rise above it. And then Gurudev is always very, very proud, and this is always like inspiring the faith also in the disciples to see how by the mercy and the influence of Guru Tattva, of Nittai, of Radha, they are all Guru Tattva. Radharani is the original Guru Tattva, and she is expanding herself in all the different forms that are coming to help her dasis, aspiring dasis, back into the original position, in the normal position. And how happy is Gurudev when he sees that we have come from different backgrounds of problems and difficulties according to our karmas. We have this or that. And he's so happy when he's telling sometimes, oh, look at this devotee, he has you can fill in. This Gurudev does that sometimes. No? He is using devotees, although we never like it to be named and to be, how do you say that? The open heart surgery. Look at her, she was so heavy. When I meet her, once he said that about me, I will use myself as an example, then it's not so embarrassing. When I meet her the first time, she was such a heavy person, big controller. I don't know, when I look at her, I said, how is it possible that she will develop Manjari Bhav? How can she become soft? So like this, Gurudev is helping us to develop exactly the right qualities that he or she will infuse in our hearts, in our consciousness, and in our minds, so we can become servants of Srimati Radhika, servants of divine love and servants of each other. So this is how the mercy is working, and this is always such a beautiful meditation for myself also, how Guru is helping us to develop this, these qualities that are needed to be able to please Srimati Radhika. Like Srimati Radhika knows exactly what is needed to make her Mohan happy. She is we heard this yesterday, gem, this jewel of this qualities of the Kalpa Vriksha mentality for Mohan. So Gurudev is now making us into these, he's molding our hearts, our minds, and all our perception of ourselves into that sweetness that is needed to attract the mercy and the guidance of Srimati Radhika and her Dasi. So, and then sometimes Gurudev become proud. He says, look, he was like da 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 da, and now he's like da 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 da. And that is also his happiness, because for him also he sees that, my God, my Gurudev's mercy is coming through. It's happening, This is always like how do you say that? A big transformation what all of us are going through, and then also all of us and all the others who are listening and seeing it become more faithful, become more fixed, and we say, yes, I will follow, I will continue, even though I am a hard case. But by the mercy of Guru, of Srimati Radhika, they make us a very good dough. The dough, when you're baking, when you especially have to make also, like if you know how to make a puri dough or chapati dough, they need to be soft. They need to be soft. In former times, we need to hear this like an ear lap. You remember that? La Bangalatika, the chapati dough need to be soft like our ear laps here, this piece. Very soft, if you touch it. So then the Gurudev is also making us soft like a chapati dough. We need to be somehow kneaded soft, and make it very, very easy to become fluffy for Srimati Radhika's and Mohan's and the Vaishnava's pleasure. So that is also what Jiva Goswami, I remember that very nicely, that quote. He is saying that by the mercy of Shri Guru, things can happen that I cannot even think of myself that I could transform so quickly. Because myself, I see how my habits are. I don't know, my former guru, he used to say, the stripes on the zebra. How you can get off the stripes of a zebra, You know that animals in the zoo, has black and white stripes. How you can get off the stripes? They are like you have to take off the skin or what? It's not possible. So sometimes I think about that myself. How can I ever feel like a Manjari? How can I ever feel like a, eternal servant? I'm eternally dedicated to myself, to my, conception of myself. But by mercy of Shri Guru, the miracle can happen, and then when this happens, then Shri Guru becomes very happy, and he uses us like a big example. Look, they stopped being so heavy. They stopped being so selfish. They stopped, being without hope. They stopped being so crazy or whatever. And then, that is for the pleasure of Shri Guru. So whenever we are also expressing this about myself, Guru becomes very happy, expressing how much I can feel my own transformation by the mercy and by the influence of the guidance of my Gurudev, my Guru Manjari. So I can be hopeful that transformation will go on. Even this, what I don't believe about myself, it will happen if I only desire that. But now, Gauravani ji, I think today is only 1 hour, no? Is it? Because is it today 2 hours or 1 hour?
1.5 hours.
1.5.
1.5? Okay, I didn't know. Thank you.
So actually this is, I think, the most important point for us. The mercy is changing us. It's not our endeavor. It's like a child. A child may have the wish, I want to bake the cake like my mother. But let's see a child 2 years old, how she could do that.
Normally they use sand first.
Yes. They take a sand form, put sand in it, and then they say, that's the cake. Until they want to try it. When they bite in it, then they realize, oh,
It's not the same.
it's not Mama's cake. But I want to do it. So what is the way? Does the child going to study now how to bake cakes? No. The child is still holding at the wish, I want. I don't know how. I don't know when. I only know I want. And this is actually also for us the most important point. We don't know how we can change. We don't know when we will change. We don't know. Honestly, if we are honest, we can say, no, we don't know. Can I ever change my bad habits? I don't know. I have no conception of it. I tried so many times, but I could not get rid of it. So what to do? The only thing we have to do is stick to the wish we want to get rid of that. But it's also not, I want to get rid of that. Actually, it's, what do I want? And if I want to be a good person, the bad habits will go. I want to bake a cake means whatever is a hindrance on that way will go. And this is the mercy of our loving Mama. So although it is not our rasa with Radharani to say she is our Mama, but it's a fact. It's tattva. She is the mother of all universe, of every living entity. So this is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita very clearly, and that means, of course, she is Prema herself, she is Mahabhav herself. How she could not hear our steady wish? How she could not? She wouldn't be Prem in person, isn't it? It would be a contradiction. So if we stick to the wish, Mama, I want to be better. Please. I don't know how, but please help me. She will either directly or indirectly through other persons correct us as soon as possible. So we just have to stick to the wish, I want. I don't have to know how. Forget about how, because usually we stick in that thought and then we are lost. But how I can be better? What I have to do? No, please don't think about this. This is not your turn. This is the turn of our beloved Swamini. She will take care of the how and the when it will happen. Our part is we want. I want to change. I want to change my person. I want to love more like my mother is doing. I want to be like her. She's the best mother existing. I want to be like her. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I want to be like her. That's it. And this is actually the beginning of Ek Bhav. I just have this one wish. That's it. It's a beginning on the sadhaka level, but then it will grow more and more, and the feelings of our mother will be ours by the time, and then we will grow in our Citta Deha, because only there we can feel her feelings. And by that way we will be completely one-pointed. More and more it will come. So don't think about the how, and don't think about the when. Just think about what do you want to be. And by the mercy, through the Guru Tattva, it will happen for sure. You just have to stick on it. So the mercy of the topmost devotees is the root cause. Here we have it very clear. It's the root cause. You know, a root of a plant, it's the root cause. The plant without a root can never grow. So the root cause of destruction of the bad habits means also the root cause of the good qualities, actually. And this is what we want to develop. The good qualities, the qualities of prema, the qualities of our Mahabhav in person. And not, really not by our own endeavors. Because what happens if a child wants to bake a cake and endeavors itself? You can imagine what happens with the kitchen.
Chaos.
Full chaos.
Chaos itself will manifest. So if you don't want to be in chaos, let the love do the how and the when, and just stick on that you want. That's it. Otherwise you will be in the way. This is also a very relaxing information, isn't it? We don't have to press our brain. We don't have to be in any control, which means stress. If you control something, that means always stress, isn't it? We are not controllers. It's not our nature. It's stress. Because we cannot control. I cannot control when I have to go to toilet, when I want to sleep, or all the things I cannot control, because I'm not a controller. So let us fall into this living feeling of I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm just a Kripa case. Because this is actually what we are. We are the cases only Kripa can help. As soon as we accept that in the heart, then it gets better. As long as we endeavor, it gets worse. Hands up. I'm helpless. Please, you should do. That's it. I put my hands up. I'm useless. You have to do. That's the point. That's why Srila Raghunath Goswami has this clear understanding of that. That's why he is telling, my Diksha Guru named Yadunanda Acharya is full of mercy, like a wish-yielding tree of love of God. That means the Guru is fulfilling the wishes. I just hold by my wishes, but he is fulfilling. Not me. It's not my endeavor. He is doing. I'm doing nothing. Like Gurudev always say, I am the viewer. I am not the doer. So to make it very clear, we don't have to do anything except the situation has come that we get a very clear sign. So now, my child, now you can put the butter into the dough. Then we do the butter into the dough. But before, we shouldn't do anything because chaos will be there. So he is master. Birth after birth, he is my master. He is endowed with advanced spiritual powers. He is wonderfully merciful, and he is the crown jewel of bestowers of loving devotion, who single-handedly showered a fallen soul like me with the nectar of his mercy. So this is the way how we reach the goal. Not by our endeavor. Let ourselves fall into the mercy of the one who will show us how to make this dough, how to make the cake, where we have to go. What is the next step? Like the navigation system, who is telling us, now you go left, now you go right, now you go straight, now your goal is here on the left side.
You have reached the goal.
You have reached the goal, the mercy of Radharani. Take the dust and be happy forever. Live in the dust and in the shadow of Radharani's lotus feet. So this is Guru and Guru Tattva, and this is the mercy we get. And we may think, oh, it's so complicated and I don't know what to do, and like this, I have heard many times. But actually I think it's much too easy for us, because we have this controlling nature. We want to control our life, and this is the problem. If we are very simple, I have a wish and I have the faith that by the time everything will be arranged, I will do nothing but just meditating on and on about the prema station I want to reach. And this is what we do. When we do our sadhana, we actually meditate on the mercy of Panchatattva, on the mercy of Radha and Krishna and all the associates. We just meditate on the mercy actually and pray for the mercy and try to get the mercy into our life. This is actually our work. That's it. When it will happen, how it will happen is never our point. So relax. For example, if you go from Frankfurt to Delhi, you have this ticket. You just go into the seat. Boarding card. You have the number of your seat. You sit down and you stay there. Just stay there. And the plane will bring you to Delhi. Then the taxi driver is coming with this nice shield, Mungir Mandir? Come here. So in the end you end up there, isn't it? It's not your endeavor. You don't have to fly, you don't have to drive, you don't have to do anything, but just stay in your seat. Don't say, oh no, I want to go back. Don't do such crazy things. Just stay in your seat, eat, drink, relax, and you will be driven there, isn't it? So this is actually the spiritual life. But we think too complicated. We want to control, we want to interfere, and in this way we are disturbance because we invite chaos. So by mercy of Srila Raghunadas Goswami, by the mercy of his Vilapa, Kusumanjali, by that mercy we may understand more, we feel more, and we may follow him, because this is his way. He wanted first to go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he was rejected. Then he took shelter by Nitai, Guru principle. Then his Guru brought him there. That's the point, and this is the story. So he made the same experience like we. First he tried, didn't work out. He was sent back to Nitai. First you have to get the mercy of Nitai, Guru principle, and then Nitai will show you the way through your Guru. And in this way he reached the goal. Very easy. Sit down, relax, and you will be there. Of course, we have to deal with the problems of the mind in the time we sit in the aeroplane and in the taxi. We have to deal with the needs of the body and the mind in that time. That's enough. Really. Enough to do for us. Because we have to offer our mind again and again to the merciful feet. So my dears, if you have to maybe some thoughts, or you want to give us some question or whatever, then please do so.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
When Gurudev says sometimes, come out from this, like come out from your anger or come out from negativity, does that then mean that, but I can't really do anything myself? Like the only thing is like indirectly, like I can only make my wish stronger? Or did I understand that right? That you can't actually do anything yourself?
When Gurudev is saying like this, usually he gives you the mercy in that moment. He blesses you that this will change. He is giving you the information. I see what is your problem, and now I give you the mercy that it will change, but you have to wish to change. Do you want to change? Your homework is that you want it. You pray for it. And you stay calm when it is changed, because the time of change, something is for us not so easy, because sometimes I was standing before the deities and praying, oh please, I want to be better person, please can you take this bad habit from me? And then something happens, some change comes in life, and immediately I was in fear. What's coming now? Why are you doing this to me now? Huh? this is sometimes a little bit schizophrenia. We pray for it, the change comes, but then we don't want to go through the change because it means sometimes a hard time, that change. Because when the ego is cut down, it means sometimes, it doesn't feel very good. So, but if we stay calm, this is our homework. That we see, mercy is coming now, so I have to go through it. I still stay at I stick to that point. I want to change, so now I will go through it. I will not diverse, I will not go somewhere else now. Because this is schizophrenia. I pray for it, I get it, and then I run away. And I say, why are you doing this to me? Like child is saying, Mama, my hairs are so sticky, dirty. Can you wash it? And while Mama is washing it, I don't like this shampoo. It's too hot. It's too cold. Like this. So our homework means we stick to that point, and while they are doing while they are working on us, we are calm. That's our homework. It's enough, really. To control the mind is heavier than to control the wind, isn't it? Arjuna is saying that. So it's not so easy to stay calm. Like you yeah.
Sorry, say. Sorry.
No, okay.
Finish. If you want to finish, sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, about this state of not wait. Sometimes it comes that mercy is something you are waiting for, or that is, as you say, some water of washing you. But in all this, we have to be calm, and that's not our endeavor, but our trying to be. When you say control of mind, it's dynamic state. You check, you watch, you have otpor. You don't want to do this, so this is pretty dynamic state, and all those wishes coming from here, from there, then asking myself which one is better for spiritual path now. Does it have any sense, in fact, that put so much on some balance or mechanism of balance, wishes? It's very hard, in fact, just analyzing everything, if it's okay. So it sounds a little bit contradictory with all this beauty of mercy, but in fact, being aware of mercy is also dynamic, only what maybe should be a little bit less dynamic, at least in my case.
Well, this is again the mind who wants to control the dynamic. It shouldn't be so fast, it shouldn't be so, like this or like that, or this is the mind wants to control actually this dynamic change. But we cannot. It is up to Nitai. Nitai is doing all these things, and it's like you go to a teeth doctor and you know that he will drill some hole. You can be very much in resistant. Yes, resistant. And you have this feeling like every moment it will hurt, like this. And then you are not in a very relaxed situation, and this is not a very good situation also for the doctor. But if you have faith and you just lean back and you relax, you will have less pain and it will go much faster. And this is actually what we should do. And if there are some other points coming up in between, because sometimes they are connected, I want to change one habit, but then on the way I see, oh, connected with this is that habit, and there's again another one, and oh my God, what did I open here? But then you can write it down on the list and say, okay, next wish. Next one. Next one. And this list can be very long, because our life work is that. This is our life work, to change ourselves by the mercy. Change ourselves by mercy. We should be aware what we want to change. And by that process, more and more, we will be aware where we are and what kind of work it will be. And that's good. It's not bad. The list can be very long. For us it is impossible to change even one point, but Nitai will change all the points. The mercy of Gurudev is changing one point after the other, like that. And please don't think, when it will be over? Don't think like this. This is a hindrance again. It doesn't have to be over. When it is over, you will be in the shadow of the lotus feet. Then you will know it. And as long as you are here, it's an ongoing process. So please relax. Stay in your seat, relax, eat something, drink something, chant, and you will be delivered at the lotus feet, for sure. That's the Guru Tattva, that's the principle of the mercy. So, thank you very much, my dears. It's always a pleasure to be with you and to exchange with you. And we will see us. We will see us hopefully soon again. And then we will go with verse number 5.
No, it's not finished.